All right, stop. Stop and acknowledge your partner. All right, let's really acknowledge your partner. Okay, so at this point, you could be in any one of a number of places regarding the seminar. So regarding your participation in the seminar, you could be in any one of a number of places. So you may find yourself naturally expanding your power, your freedom, your self-expression. You may have already had at session 3 extraordinary breakthroughs in the areas of life that are important to you. So that's one space you could be in the seminar. So raise your hand and acknowledge if you're in that place. You've already been having breakthroughs. Okay, good, got that. Yep. All right, or you may be seeing movement in some areas, and in other areas, things seem worse. Right? So raise your hand if you're in that place. And you might be in more than one category, by the way. Okay?
Can we be in multiple places?
Yeah, you can absolutely be in multiple places. Or you may be extremely confronted and uncomfortable. Or you may be upset. Or you may be confused about what, if anything, is actually happening out of being in the seminar. So raise your hand if you're in any of those places. Okay, got that. All right, so here's the thing. And then wherever you raise your hand, especially if you're in a bad place, okay, whatever category you raise your hand in, and some of you raise your hand more than once, wherever you are in your experience is fine. So you want to really create that for yourself. Wherever you are in your experience is fine. There's no place you're supposed to be. And in fact, just like the Landmark Forum, comparing your experience to someone else's is a total pitfall. And actually, this session in particular will give you some real power with that. If you have it, you should be someplace else. You are having the appropriate things happen. I promise you, whatever is coming up for you is completely appropriate for you to get the most value out of being in the seminar. So as long as you stand there and don't make wrong where you are, you won't have any loss of power. But if you have it be like you should be someplace else, then it won't be a very empowering way to be here. So I recommend you give yourself some space, in other words, to just be here however you are. Just let yourself have some space to be where you are. We've already said that integrity at a basic level is doing what you said you would do when you said you would do it. So real integrity is not just talking the talk. It's not just saying that. It's not just saying I value integrity, but it's also walking the talk. Even when you don't feel like it or it's not convenient. Like I know for a lot of you, you just flat out didn't feel like being here tonight. Or it certainly wasn't convenient. It's cold outside. Who wants to go outside in that? So part of participating in the seminar powerfully is to face the challenge of managing the existence of your word over time. So once you've given your word to something, so if you're really going to have power with your word, you've got to have mastery around managing that over a period of time. Especially if you're in something like a marriage, or you're committed to being married, or you've got things in your career, or your job you're committed to. Those things aren't going to happen overnight. So you've got to manage the existence of your word over time. The real victory will be in keeping your word over time. So if you're here tonight, you honored your word to be here when you didn't want to, you didn't feel like it, you had to deal with traffic, it's cold outside, and you're here anyway, you should really let yourself be acknowledged. Because your word won over whatever else you could have honored. And that's a victory. All right, so we're going to complete on the integrity of doing the assignment from last session. So if you kept your word, you did the assignment, just raise your hand to acknowledge that. Okay, great, thank you. And then if you did not do the assignment, raise your hand to acknowledge that so you can actually begin completing your word. Okay, great, thank you, I got that. All right, now again, there's no workability in not doing the assignments in the integrity seminar. All right, so you want to just keep truing yourself up to integrity. And look, here's the deal with integrity. It's always on its way out. Okay, it's always on its way out. That's what I discovered for myself. And by the way, I'm in the seminar as much as you are. I am discovering for myself where it is that I operate with lack of integrity, which is pretty much all over the place. Okay, so it's not like to be disempowered by that, but you want to keep just noticing when you're not, and then what it is that gets in the way. Because every time you don't keep your word, you don't honor your word, something else got honored. So you're going to be honoring your word, or you're going to be honoring something else. And you can just start to notice that something else is that you honor.
Oh, you didn't ask about people who did part. I probably did 90%.
Okay, then,
So I
you
didn't
then you're in the
raise
second category. Okay, so if you didn't do the complete assignment,
Oh,
you didn't do the
You
assignment.
did it 100%, you're in the, you didn't do it? I mean,
Well,
how does that work?
Well, so I don't know. What do you say about? What do you see about that?
That I did about 90%. Like I dialed some numbers, I didn't get a oh, excuse me.
Okay. So you did about 90%. Okay, so it's 90%. This is really important. Okay, so this is a good thing you're bringing up. So is 90% doing the assignment?
No.
No. I mean, you did 90%.
Right.
Okay, but it's black and white.
Okay.
Integrity is always black and white. We will look for the gray. But 90%, I had integrity.
Okay.
Okay, so let me ask again. So if you didn't complete the entire assignment, raise your hand so you can complete your word there. Yeah, and okay, good. I'm not going to do that. So here's another lack of integrity I discovered for myself is that I was watching my tape from last session, and like, gosh, I just have so many great things to say. The problem is, it's like Dave's greatest hits of leading seminars. Like how much can I actually put in? Not actually, there's nothing wrong with any of it, okay? But there is a design to the leading of the seminar. So I just noticed for myself, if I'm saying something and it's not actually coming from what was written, where's it coming from? And it's coming from some other place. Okay, so I'm leading the seminar that's designed to be led. All right, so who will read the intentions that are on the board? All right, let's go with Sandy.
Integrity, the bottom line.